Hello, this is going to be a quick discussion on stanza and rhyme, basically the four rhyme scheme patterns that you'll see, the four main ones that you'll see when you are dealing with poetry. Now, stanza is basically a paragraph in poetry. So when you look at a poem, you don't even really need to read it to be able to tell how many stanzas there are. Just look, how many sections of poetry are there? We have one, two, three, four. So four stanzas. Now, rhyme scheme, all we need to do in rhyme scheme is look at the very last letter or last word in each line. The rhyme scheme is totally apart from what the poem is actually about. When you're writing your own poems, you try to mesh them together, but you look at the end. So the way we figure it is we take that last word, shores, we listen for the rhyme in it, shores, and we just put the letter A to it. We look at the second word, and since roars rhymes with shores, we just use the same letter. And then as we work our way down, sand doesn't rhyme with shores, so it gets a new letter, B. Land, B. And we just work our way through, C, C, cloud, proud, D, D. We call this AABB rhyme scheme because of the pattern that it shows. Every two lines rhyme, as you see up here at the beginning, AABB. And you'll see that pattern work all the way through the poems. Warm, storm, rage, page, waves, brave. Now, these last couple down here are close. Waves and brave, close. Untamed, you can't see it all there, but they're close. And close is good enough in poetry, as long as they sound like they could rhyme. All right, we're going to take a look at another one. Again, how many stanzas are in this one? We just have one because it's one big block of poetry. The other one was in four sections. This is one big block. So we go ahead and look at the rhyme scheme pattern. Above, we give that A. Another doesn't rhyme with above, so we give it B. Love, A. Mother rhymes with another, so we go A, B. You, me, and we got a different. And now you and you, the same word doesn't rhyme with itself. But since the pattern's there, we just kind of call it okay. We'll call it a sort of okay. And it works through. So as we work through, close and rhyme, half rhymes work, early, dearly, kind of close might be the way you pronounce it. And then they end with something that's called the couplet. We don't necessarily need to worry about that. We look at the overall pattern. So the overall pattern is A, B, A, B. Every other line rhymes. What do you think this poem rhyme scheme is called? Well, it's going to be called ABAB rhyme scheme. I'm going to move real quick because the time on these videos have to be pretty short. So I'm going to move pretty quick as through this one. How many stanzas? Again, one big block. So we have one. Then we go through the, so, different letters. Overthrow rhymes with so we go A, B, B, A. And we see that pattern all the way through. First, then two middle, then fourth one. So the patterns go by four. Type of rhyme scheme. We see ABBA, we just call it ABBA rhyme scheme. All right, last one. Peace, police, surcease, increase, inbred, said, instead, dead. Now remember, we're only looking for every four, so even though it's not all the way same all the way through, again, how many stanzas? We have two blocks, so we'll have two stanzas there. Rhyme scheme, we have all of these last words are all we have to look at, and they have them all the same. AAA, A, B, and B, 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 B all the way through, because you're looking at every four lines to see the patterns. We call this every line rhyme, so we call it AAAA rhyme scheme, kind of a tricky rhyme scheme there. And that's the whole thing. And so the assignment that's tied with this is to do 4-line stanzas. You're going to do one 4-line stanza for each of the 4 different types of rhyme schemes. So you're going to label what kind of rhyme scheme you're using, and then you're going to give me a 4-line stanza that matches with it. You're creating the poems. Don't pull stuff off the internet. I want you to use your own poems. You can use any kind of rhymes that you find. So if you use sensory details in your poem, we'll throw in some extra credit because that's one of those poems